What goes on, guys? We're back here again with yet another review, and today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Marvel Legends series, Jonah Jameson, from the arguably the best Spider-Man movie ever, Spider-Man No Way Home. Now, I don't typically do the movie figures unless it's Captain America, Black Panther, or the Guardians of the Galaxy, but this is one of those rare occasions where they just made a character that I had to get. And you know what? I don't regret getting it at all. But luckily, I got this one for free. This was a gift from my boy at It's Smurfy. Shane, if you're watching, you know I love you, brother. And this is awesome, and I really, really appreciate it for the hookup on this guy. Much, much appreciated, and very happy to have it and take a look at it today. So without further ado, let's do just that. Packaging, pretty standard. You get to see Spider-Man Jonah Jameson at the bottom there. On the side, you get to see Spidey with the Spider-Man logo, and then J. Jonah on the Teletron kind of thing. Looks pretty cool. You get to see the wave that he's associated with. There is the barcode if you're looking for it, and then at the top you get to see J. Jonah Jameson, you know, being all, he's a menace, which is pretty cool. And then on the side you get the other same picture, and then there on the top you get the spider logo. But without further ado, that's all I got to say about this. So let's go ahead and open this guy up. So taking JJJ out of the packaging, you know, it's a pretty standard figure, but for the most part, I'm still like very happy to have it. Like I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm saying that in a way of, yeah, this guy's awesome. So, you know, there's not much to talk about. This is probably going to be a quick little video, but taking a look at something that is new and awesome. Look at that head sculpt. That is so good. It looks just like J.K. Simmons. I love the sides. I wish they included a haired head sculpt from the other movies, but you know, I guess we're not quite there yet. But man, that is a good looking head sculpt. That is one of the best Marvel Legends head sculpts I've seen, and the alternate head that he comes with is just as good, which we'll talk about in a second. But moving into the body, it's just your pretty standard chameleon body mold, if I'm not mistaken. Which this is my first introduction to the chameleon body mold, I believe. I don't think I have any other figures that use this. So, you know, aside from the pins, it's pretty standard for a, you know, Marvel Legend. Just blue and then light blue for the shirt, which does match the artwork that they base it off of. He does have a little bit of blue coming out of his sleeves on the artwork, but they don't show that. He does get a newly sculpted pointing finger, which I do love and I think is appropriate for him. And both of his alternate hands for the left side have his ring sculpted on it, which is also a really nice detail that they didn't necessarily have to do, but I'm happy that they did. Then the rest of the body, I hate how prominent that is. I'll probably try to get some paint remover to get that off. And then you get his shoes, which don't really have any detail on them at all. Peg holes at the bottom of the feet, which I don't even know why they bothered putting in there. There's like nothing that you can do with that. But he is a little bit hard to stand. His ankles are a little tight, so I've been trying to loosen them up a little bit to get him in better positions. But the D10s are just really heavy, I guess, so to speak. So it's kind of a pain in the ass to get him to stand for the most part, but he does do it. But he does come with a couple accessories, so let's go ahead and take a look at those. So aside from the actual accessories for J. Jonah Jameson that we'll take a second to look at, but he does come with the left arm for Armadillo, the Build-a-Figure, which I won't be building. I probably could and should for Captain America purposes, because he's a Captain America villain by nature, I guess. He's first appeared in a Captain America comic, if I'm not mistaken, but I want it, but I don't. So, you know, this is pretty cool. This will go for sale on my Mercari if anybody's interested in it. But taking a look at what J. Jonah Jameson does come with for himself, man, that head sculpt is just as good as the other one, and you have to have him screaming, he's JJJ. That's what he does, you know, he's a menace. You have to. So, man, that looks really good, and he does come with open splayed hands, so like, you know, dramatic type hands, which do look good. And then this one does have the ring painted and sculpted just as the fist does, which I'm a big fan of. I think that's a really nice touch that they didn't have to do, but I'm happy that they did nonetheless. But, you know, I'm just going to go right into articulation because there's not much to talk about. His head is going to look up all the way. It's on a ball hinge, which I like. Down, you do get a little bit of pivot, which is good for him. He needs a little bit of attitude. because he's got tons of attitude. And then it rotates. Shoulders will move upwards that far, down, rotate 360, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows that go all the way, and then the wrists all swivel and hinge horizontally except for the pointer finger, which does have a vertical hinge in there, which is nice. I think that's a good touch that they didn't have to do, but I'm happy that they did. He's like gonna crunch a little bit. He'll crunch forward that far, back that much, waist swivel, hips move outwards that far, down. He will kick forward thus far, back not so much, upper thigh cut, double jointed knees that do get him to touch his butt. No ankle rotation, but he does have down, up, and a pivot. So for Jonah Jameson, this is more than fine. I don't really need him doing anything. The most I would like him to do is be able to sit down, which, you know, if I ever can get a desk, that's what I'm going to have him doing. And I think that this is perfect. I think this is more than suitable for him to be sitting at a desk. So yeah, very, very happy with the way that he looks and turned out. I think it's a pretty solid figure overall when it comes to articulation and considering what he needs to do, but just the ankles are a little annoying. So you're probably asking yourself, the breaking news story, the headliner of the year, what does Zach Toys think of the JJJ action figure? And you know what? For what he's supposed to be, I love it. I think it's awesome. I wanted to get him, and I'm so happy that my boy hooked me up because it is very much worth the purchase, nonetheless, whether I bought him or not, and I'm happy that I have it. I think the articulation is fine for him. Those head sculpts are beautiful, and I kind of want to get another Spider-Man to pop this head on to kind of have him, you know, do that scene where he jumps on the desk in the Spider-Man suit. So Hasbro, give us a new Sam Raimi Spider-Man and an Andrew Garfield while you're at it. That would be really, really cool. Watch my Most Wanted Marvel Legends videos if you have not already. But you're probably wondering what my rating would be, and I would go ahead and, for what he's supposed to be, give him a 9 out of 10. Make him pinless, and he's perfect for me. Maybe fix the ankles a little bit, but overall still a very solid release, and definitely one that maybe not everybody needs, but everybody should need. So with that being said, I believe that's all I have for today. So if you have not already, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Do yourself that favor and me. It is greatly appreciated when you do so. Be sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok because I've been posting more TikToks, like reaction videos and this, that, or the other on there. It's just a little bit of fun on there. But I believe that's all I have for today. So as always, I leave you with this. Let me know. You coppin'? I'll see you in the next one. Peace.